Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of the Pull List. These are stories in between the stories and stories that introduce you to new characters making their way into the Noirvel universe. Today just so happens to be both. I am your narrator, Noir. I go by he, they, and let's get to the most important part of any story, and that are the people that make it possible. I'm going to workshop that, make that smoother for next time. But let's start with the new character. Jason, why don't you tell us about who you're playing today?
Hi, my name's Jason. I am playing a character called Casper, who is a gunslinger and writer of, unwriter, I guess. He's a contract killer. He kills contracts and will look for unfair agreements that people were tricked or coerced or cajoled into and render them null and void with his pistols named Null and Void.
Awesome. And next we have Dr. Kindly. Why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself, Sam?
I'm Sam DeLav, role-playing performer, variety streamer, and a science communicator. But when I'm not talking about the very real, very cool science in our world, Dr. Kindly is using science to altogether more interesting ends, shall we say.
Awesome. And so we are going to start with the first page. We turn over the cover and we see a gentleman with a acoustic guitar on stage, a yellow and blue plaid shirt. It's open and there's like a tank top under with like a band, cargo shorts and some Adidas, and he's just playing his heart out. And the music is beautiful, but there's only about 4 people in the bar, and none of them are really paying attention. Nevertheless, this guitarist is singing with passion. The lyrics are poetic and well thought out. And there's a jingling at the door as someone walks into the bar. We see a man in a red suit, black shirt, and red tie. And he walks directly to the stage and sits in the front row and watches with rapt attention. The performer, seeing that someone cares, looks but tries not to make direct eye contact, but sings a little louder, a little heartier. There's a smile on his face because someone is listening. That's all they've ever wanted. But the smile on the gentleman in red suit is even bigger. Not the smile of someone entertained, but the smile of someone hungry. It's hard not to smile when there's just such sweet, unpicked fruit. The door jingles again, and this time, in walks... Well, why don't you tell me, Jason?
Sure. Casper is... let's start from the ground up in the sort of like tan Carhartt work boots, blue jeans, good quality blue jeans, like the kind of blue jeans you would get at the swap market because they're like pretty nice, right? That they're like 50-year-old Levi's that have been preserved, like kept good care of, and are just crisp. He's got just a plain black long sleeve shirt, like collared shirt, but the top button's undone. His shirt sleeves are rolled up to the forearms, and he has so one of the aspects of his firearms is that people tend to not notice them, and he just has them on his hips. And there are lots of places in the United States where that would be acceptable anyway. I don't know that this is that kind of place.
This is Chicago. It is not that kind of place.
Right. So it is fortunate for him then that most people their eyes just slide away to his belt buckle, which is reasonably impressive looking. It's from the it was a souvenir he got for himself when he played Carnegie Hall, because he's also carrying a guitar case, and it sorry, my dog had to say hello. He has kind of short crop dark hair, very like a not creative hairstyle, right? Like it's a high and tight fade on the sides, a little bit of a scruffy short beard all the way around that looks more like he just didn't feel like shaving for the last week. So it's a good like rugged guy beard, and he walks in with just the guitar case in his hand and spots the guy right down front watching this kid playing. And yeah, I just want to pick up the situation. I know fate brought me here. There's a reason for me to be here, and I feel like that guy in the suit has got to smell familiar.
I am going to say roll me an ego check. Target number 14.
Do I have edge on any of these?
I'm gonna say you don't for this one, and it's okay. You rolled a 13, and that's okay.
Yeah.
You have a hunch about.
Oh well, no. This is keeping an eye out for trouble. I have situational awareness.
I do believe that is.
Oh, that's for initiative checks.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So
okay.
So you got a hunch about this guy, but you're just watching right now, right? As soon as the performance is over, no one gives a shit. Everybody's watching the game, but the man in red, wonderfully done. Wonderfully done. You've got a real talent for this. And the kid goes, hey, yeah, I've been doing open mics a couple years now. Nothing pans out. Nothing panned out. And you see he slips a business card.
I'm going to just barge up next to them and reach past the business card to offer to shake the guy's hand, the kid, the player, right? And so I've got a free hand and I've got my guitar, right? So, like,
hey, yeah, and he takes the hand.
Kid, you were jamming up there. You want to like play for a little bit? We could just jam. Like each gun has that like silver embossed void and null on it.
Oh, it's you.
I'm glad I don't have to explain. You're dismissed.
Roll me a ego check. Target number 14 with double edge.
Could he be attracted to me?
Depends on what you roll.
Well, that gives me edge. If
you know what,
I'm trying to persuade someone.
I'll be fair. If I roll high, he's attracted to you. If I roll low, not so much. And I'm rolling a D10.
Okay.
I rolled a 9.
He's into it.
He's kind of got it bad for you because
Yeah.
there's not a lot that scares the devil. It's kind of the forbidden fruit type deal. So go ahead and get your third edge on this target number 14 test. Oh, you didn't need it.
Now, do I have to edge the 1 or can I edge the 2?
You have to re-roll the lowest number.
Okay. So, all right, now with my other one, I can edge the 2.
Yes, you can re-roll the 2.
There we go. That's what I wanted. So, for the audience, I got a 22 and the Marvel die.
Yes, that is a fantastic success. And with that fantastic success, I don't know if this is the first time that this has happened for you, but your guns whisper to you, Ukaba. And you know that this devil's true name is Ukaba.
Okay. So then I'm gonna. I'm just like stand the guitar case and kind of rest my arm on it.
Mm-hmm.
My other hand goes on his shoulder, like kind of close to the back of his neck. You know, like if you were kind of like. I say it quiet enough because true names are powerful, and I don't want to like completely blow this guy up, but I will, and I want him to know that. And I just say, Ukaba, the one you work for, will be madder if you are sent home in pieces than if you just move on to the next one tonight.
When you say his true name, the visage, the shapeshift, slips for just a second and his devilish form is revealed, and then quickly it goes back. And there's this tense moment where there is fear, but there's also anger, and you're not sure what's keeping him from moving.
Horniness.
And right when the tension gets so thick that maybe mistakes may be made, you hear, sorry to keep you guys waiting. They had already replaced my slot, so you were gonna give me your card, right? And the Ukaba looks at you and looks at the kid and steps past you, puts his hand on the kid's shoulder and goes, on second thought, I don't think you got it, kid. And he just walks out, and the bright disposition is kind of sunk a bit.
Hey, kid, look, what kind of talent promoter you think shows up at a random place like this on a 7 o'clock on a Thursday? It's that guy's full of shit. You didn't lose out on nothing you wanted.
Roll me an ego check. I'll say with 1 edge. Target number.
I'm saying kid, but this guy's like 20 something, right?
Yeah, he's a young, he's like 20, 21-ish. No, he's got to be 21 to be in this bar. So he's 22. That's the age.
Might he be attracted to me?
I am going to forever do, if you have the gulling, I am going to roll a d10 for every NPC that meets you. Same rules apply. High, they're attracted. Low, nah, not so much.
I'll take 50-50. That's the bisexual dream right there.
Wait, do I need to have the trait, or can I just ask you to roll for whether or not people are attracted to my character?
You can ask. It just will have a mechanic effect. He rolled a 3. He's not
okay.
So I will say
I'm not his type.
I will say that the number also relates to the degree of attracted that they fight.
Sure.
So he recognizes that you're a good-looking individual. You're just not as tight.
Sure.
Once it goes over the half, that's when it's like, okay, I may be interested. So that's how we'll play that.
If only we had a 7-sided die to replicate the Kinsey scale.
Because so yeah, go ahead and roll your ego check, target number 12. Oh, you rolled a 14. He looks bummed and then just kind of goes, yeah, fuck that guy, let's play.
And I'm gonna hand him a crisp hundo. So
Oh,
I promised him $100. So
yeah, man. I just, I didn't really expect it, but I appreciate it. I used to get lied to. I'm supposed to get $50 from this place. I'll probably get 20.
No. Maggie will pay. You picked a good spot. You'll like this. This is
Yeah.
Keep trying. You keep at it. You've got what it takes. You just gotta wait for your shot. That guy wasn't it.
I mean, who walks around with a red suit? What, he's some kind of devil or something?
Ridiculous.
All right. And he opens up his case again, and he starts to jam. And it's you can tell in his playing that he has a lot to learn. He's got the technical stuff down, but you can still hear the scales in his playing. There's a lot of life left that he has to live. And you know that he wouldn't have gotten to live that life if you didn't arrive in this bar in time.
Yeah.
And that's where we turn the page. Kindly, it has been a day.
Whatever.
Harbinger and Tyr have made their way out of your lab, and now it's just you here with the mess and the tossed over table and a very annoyed cat.
I know. You were in the crate for far longer than either of us would have liked, but in retrospect... Fine. No, you're right. Why do I talk to you when you're in this kind of condition? I'm going to grab the environmental DNA kit and I'm going to start getting samples from what was left around the lab. Now that at baseline, if nothing else, the glass is cleaned up, because if that gets into little paws, that's terrible. Terrible for the poor thing.
You do a spectacular job, and once everything is cleaned, you do see Stella begin to just trot around as if checking and making sure you did a good job. And once it's been confirmed, you get a very approving
And I'll pick Stella up. I'll hug her a little bit, and I think we'd both far prefer to be somewhere nice and cozy and with a scratching post, and I'd like to be back in my apartment now.
Okay. And I'm assuming that you teleport there.
I do.
Okay, you're back to your apartment. You do see that you got some mail waiting for you.
Okay.
And it appears to be a package.
Did you order anything? Did I order anything? No, you don't need more catnip. For heaven's sake. All right. I'm just going to grab the closest thing at hand is probably my little laser tool to cut open the package.
Okay. What you see is it's a jewelry box. And there is a letter attached to it from Mabel, your patient.
Mm-hmm. All right, I will look through it.
The letter says, "Hello, Dr. Kindly. I know that we haven't called you in for some time. Fortunately, it's because I'm feeling much better and feel that I will not be in any further need of your services. I can't tell you what it means. I can't tell you what it means to me that you stuck by me and provided a service the likes of which I did not think was possible. I spent a lot of time accepting the inevitable, and now I have to deal with a second chance. Curse you, Doctor. Curse you. Love, Mabel." And inside of the jewelry box, you see a number of her pearls and her jewelry, and a card inside that says, "I don't need these things anymore."
Interesting. Anything in our discussions that might have contextualized that? I mean, of all of the things not to need when one's doing better. I'm going to give her a call.
Okay. So you go ahead and you give her a call, and there is no answer.
I see. I don't like that. Anything notable I can discern about the jewelry? I know I'm overthinking it. Stop. I don't. Yeah, I know. Meowing will continue until morale improves.
What would you like to look? What would you like to look up?
What if I give it a bit of a scan with my nanotechnology? Postcognition.
Oh, what was it?
Postcognition.
So that lets you see how far into the past, I believe.
I don't need very much more than the third level. I believe that gives me a 24-hour period in the past year.
Okay.
Which I think is probably more than enough if I target the timing right on the pearls and jewelry.
So tell me what this power looks like, and then I'll tell you what you see.
Yes. So I'm going to grab my supply of nano substrate, and because I haven't done this in a while, it will take me just a moment. I'm going to just polish up an old subroutine I hadn't used in a while for these, and then set this in front of the jewelry box. The nanobots will flow out and cover the pearls and jewelry and do mass spectrometry analysis, and then start trying to regress backward some particulars of environmental conditions over time using an algorithm of my own design to get a better sense of what had happened.
I'm going to say that it basically recreates the scene for you as well. And so what you see is Mabel angrily packing things away and putting things away. And you hear somebody going, Mabel, what are you doing? You can't do this. And she turns around and goes, you all would have let me wither and die for money. Money. You simple, small fucks. So you know what? Fuck your money. I am getting rid of every share of Veritech. Give it back to Rosalind. I don't care. Give it back to Roxanne. I don't know what you people are partaking in, but it would have cost me my life. She slams the jewelry box. I don't need the money. I have enough. I don't need the things. You would have let me die for things. You're my children. And things. The only thing any of you did right was to find that doctor. What doctor? And that's where it ends.
Veritech. I'm keeping that for my notes.
Do you look it up?
Yes.
You see that there is a company that is very clearly a shell for Roxanne named Veritech that suddenly has lost all its funding and is going under. Their main project being that of a product that they tout as being even more efficient than the design made by a Reed Richards of a antimatter generator. And it is going to be in transport to Roxanne facilities soon. There aren't any details, but this is a major news in the world of high tech.
What a fascinating design. I'd love to see it for myself.
Are you doing research on where it might be?
Yes, let's start with research.
Okay, roll me a logic check, target number 18 with double trouble because they would go through some effort to conceal the exacts, because if you find out that there is an antimatter generator driving through your town, some people might be a little wigged out.
Yes. But they will have drivers. They'll have all the mundane things. And if it's being moved far enough, they'll have to get spots. Yes. Anyway, we'll see what we can do with this. And then that was what? Double, you said?
Yes, double trouble.
Okay. Would we count this as to do with scientific research, given that it's, equipment for scientific research?
So what you're looking up isn't science as much as it's a shipping route.
Okay. Then I think we'll hold it at 22.
All right, and so you find that it is moving through southern Illinois in the next 3 days in a small town called in the next 3 days it'll be in a small town called Dixon. but for precise information as to where it's going, that is only known by a Roxxon executive by the name of Jeffrey Combs.
All right.
Who does have an office in Chicago.
What time is it at the moment?
It is around 2 p.m. And with that collection of information, we turn the page. Well, actually, I said it was 2. It would be closer to. Sorry, I had to get my head around time. It would be around 10 p.m. because I remember bar scene, and that's where we're going back to. So it's around 10. And we turn the page and we see the jam wrapping up. There's a total, you know what? Actually, roll me a ego check, Casper, to see how well you did performing. And that will inform me of how many people stop by to watch. It's going to be target number 15.
Do I have any edge on this?
I'll give you an edge, yeah.
Maybe from Fearless. Oh, well. I'll take the 21, Alex.
Okay. And with the 21,
I'm not used to rolling this well, and I'm getting very nervous.
People pass by the bar, and they hear the music inside, and they start to peek in, and then some people start to come in, and then people see other folks walking into the bar and hearing the music, and then before you know it, it's standing room only, and people are getting down and listening. Maggie ends up taking a picture and putting it on the stage, and with a hastily drawn tips on a sticky note. And it keeps falling off, but people in the crowd are so supportive that they put money into it and put the sticky note back.
This is what guitar cases were made for.
So you'll notice, like, your case is open, his case is open. People are putting tips in both cases and the picture. It's going extraordinarily well. And roll me a vigilance check.
Okay. 15 with a fantastic.
The die are working with me today. You hear the guns whisper, Alvius. And you see someone in a Patagonia vest and a polo shirt tapping their feet completely off rhythm to the music. And you know that their soul is marked. This is someone that has made a deal. And from this, you hear the name, you know that they've made a deal. Other than hearing the name, what tips Casper off that this is a soul that is marked?
Well, I think there are plenty of people who make deals, and that's none of his business, right? Like, lots of people make deals that are wild. But there is a subset of that who were tricked or coerced or, I'll heal your granddad if you sign this contract. Like, wow, that sucks, and if now granddad is healed, okay, well, now I'm going to shoot your contract. But I think he has a sense of, like, if he is detecting someone, it's because they got shoehorned into a deal that was not really what they wanted.
Can I add one more category?
Sure.
Can I add deals that come at the cost of other lives.
Oh, fuck yes. Yeah. Yeah.
What does that kind of soul look like to you?
There is a red stain on their hands. And from the time that I see them, if they like touch their face or, grab a drink or whatever, there's just this red residue left. That, yeah.
So you're on stage playing, and you guys are getting towards the end of your jam session, and he's snapping, and it's the snapping that gave him away, and you see it. What do you do?
Well, I'm gonna start with trying to beguile him from the stage in case. I'm gonna try to like, hey,
All right.
hey,
time to roll the attraction.
Like it's clear we're wrapping up here. Fuck.
You rolled a 1. Okay. Oh,
none whatsoever.
All right. So that's fine. I don't get my beguiling edge, but
I think it just goes over his head at this point.
Sure.
Like,
yeah, I mean, I am up on a stage on a stool, so that does make sense. That, okay, so I'll just. What I'm trying to do is like a silent, convincing, like ego check or whatever to be like, hey, we should have a drink or whatever, just making eye contact, like, hey, we're having a good time here, aren't we? Like, what are you doing?
Roll me an ego check. I am going to say with double trouble because just not this guy's type.
Well, yeah, I'm not trying to hit on him.
No, absolutely.
I'm trying to be like, yeah.
But I'm saying if you roll a 1, there's just like, you ever see somebody like, I don't like that person. Like it's like 10 is just like, I will put my jacket on a puddle for you to walk over. 1 is like, fuck you a little.
I survived your double trouble with a 12.
A 12 gets him neutral, and he looks at you and goes, whatever. Or he goes to the bar, and you can tell that he's ordering 2 drinks.
Okay. We didn't get a chance to talk about this ahead of time. With the guns identifying people, I wonder if they can also mimic the detect sins ability.
If you spend a karma, I will let that be added to your iconic weapon.
Okay, I'll do it.
Okay. So let me go ahead and read the text. I should have made it all of your karma, but I'm nice.
I will. Look, I would do it because detect sin? Is that what it is? No. Sins.
Oh, there's a detect lie power?
Sense sins. Yeah, and detect lie is new as well. I
don't know. I thought the bullshit detector was ancient technology.
Do you want me to read it off?
Actually, yeah, go ahead.
The character looks into the target's eyes and makes an ego check against the target's ego defense. On a success, the character consents what sorts of horrible things the target has done. On a fantastic success, they can sense what sorts of horrible things the target intends to do in the immediate future.
Okay. So the ego check you did before was just to kind of get this guy to meet with you. And so you're done. You wrap up performing, and he is at the bar with 2 beers, and just kind of looks at you like,
hey, thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem. All right. Good shit up there, man. We come to this joint a bunch, and you see he's with a bunch of very obviously other execs and crypto bros. And we come here all the time, and usually they get shit performers, so it's good to see somebody.
Is there like red streak all over his beer glass and stuff too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Okay.
he usually gets shit performance, and then like it's hard to pay attention to what he's saying because I'd imagine that the more heinous the sin, the more blood, and so
Yeah.
the glass is.
So I'm sure he's kind of, all over the place, just excited and having a conversation with the stranger. I'm gonna wait until I could catch his eyes, right?
Mm-hmm.
And just whisper, almost like probably his response would be like, "Wait, what'd you say?" But I'm gonna catch his eyes and just say, "What did you do?" And I'd
What are you
like to
talking
roll
about?
versus.
Go
I want
ahead.
to roll versus his ego defense.
His ego defense is a 11. He's just a dude.
Okay. Yeah, we can clear that. 14.
14.
You really wanted that fantastic success.
I know, right? You look into his eyes and you see the eyes of a devil staring back. And then you look around and you are in the moment. And you hear the Microsoft Teams ring sound go off. And he just, Combs. We don't have authorization to move this kind of material through a town that small. The infrastructure alone isn't. I mean, and you hear on the other end, listen, we need to expedite this, and it's just a couple of yokels. Anything goes wrong, oops. We this is what we pay PR for. It's fine. But that truck needs to be in Dixon at 3 p.m. sharp on 17th Street. Exactly at 3 p.m. It's like, that's a bit strange. Like, don't you want to make sure that it gets to Chicago and to the Roxxon facility? I don't give a shit about the Roxxon facility. That truck needs to be on 17th Street at 3 p.m. exactly, or it's your head. Good news, you make this happen, your bonus is going to look much better at the end of the year. Combs stops for a second, and then you see a sly smile on his face. You'd only be that precise if some fuck shit was going on, and I want in. I want the details. I want to know. Bring me into the circle. I don't care about the money. I care about the power. And if you're trying to do something that might have my neck on the line, I want all the details. You hear a hesitancy on the other line. I don't have all the details myself, but I can tell you this. Neither you or I will need to worry about that truck making it to Chicago if you do your job right. And apparently there's a pot of gold at the end of the tower for everybody at Roxxon if this happens. We have an interested investor. And then...
Yeah. So not just I'll just look the other way, but a fucking full meal deal.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. This is probably some time ago now, right? This isn't like...
This was about 2 weeks ago, and tomorrow's the day where this goes down.
Oh, shit. Okay.
It's supposed to arrive in Chicago in 3 days, but it's hitting Dixon tomorrow.
Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna have to, and I know exactly where the truck is supposed to be, right?
Exactly, and what time?
Okay. I wonder if that means is it some way I could figure out where it's coming in from? Because I'd like to get to it before it gets to that spot. Hold
You
on.
know that he knows, but
Yeah. I didn't actually take interrogating. That's okay.
What do you mean? What did I do?
Do you smoke?
No, straight edge.
Oh. Weird with a beer, but okay, that's your business.
Oh no, I got you a beer. I got a ginger ale. I just like to tell people it's a beer. Makes them feel more comfortable. What do you mean? What did I do? Are you a Fed? Who are you working with?
Yeah, I'm a Fed. And if you don't tell me what's going on with that truck, I'm going to turn you in to the police.
Hey, Gary, you see like this big dude in again polo and cargo pants walks up next to Jeff. Goes, "Sup, Jay? We got a problem?" "Yeah, this guy saying he's a Fed." "Don't look like a Fed to me." "Yeah, me neither. But he's talking about a truck or something." And Gary gets in your face, sorority bro, fraternity bro style. "You asking questions, man? Like, yeah, you can jam, but maybe you mind your business, bro." And he pushes.
Yeah. I had to make myself solid to be in here, so that's fine. I mean, is he trying to shove me over or just like be in my face?
He's pushing you back, like
Yeah.
He's showing dominance,
Sure.
just like
Yeah.
Papa
my
Joe
mistake.
Rogan taught him.
Sure. Papa Rogan.
I had
my
to
mouth a little
wash. I had to get the taste out of my mouth too.
bit. Yeah.
The things I did for story.
I need a beverage. Okay. Yeah, my mistake. And I'm just gonna sort of, hop off the bar stool, take my guitar, kind of like fade out the back entrance. If they,
As you walk past it with the guitar case, he like pushes the guitar case down to knock it down.
Can I try to like worm out of the way of that?
I will actually have this average dude roll against your melee defense to see if they might be able to even.
Which I believe goes against my agility defense.
Oh well, they may very well be fucked a little bit here.
Hey, he's got a shot. He's got a shot.
Let's see if our little civilian douche bro can successfully be a douchebag.
Just a 17. That's all he needs.
He rolled a 13. Please tell
Okay.
me what this looks like as he attempts to knock the guitar case out of your hands.
It's I'm able to just do like a very subtle juke to throw him off balance as he's like shoved, and then I just sort of like the case bumps his hip, which is the worst place to have your balance thrown off. And ideally have him take a knee or whatever, but I'm just trying to head out.
So in doing that, he bumps into someone else, and you can see that now he's run into another pack of obnoxious Northsiders, and they get into a skerfuffle as you start to leave.
Oh, okay, but that's the bodyguard, right? Not the. Wait, what was this guy's name? Vespas or something?
Jeffrey Combs.
Yeah, combs. Okay. Yeah, well, if there's a kerfuffle,
Mm-hmm.
I bet Combs has got to get out of here, right?
Go ahead, roll me a vigilance check to see if you can find where he may be in this mess. A
How
13
about a 13?
will
And I've
do it.
got... Okay.
You see, he ducks out the back,
Yeah.
and he has ducked out the back entrance of this bar, and you lose sight of him from there.
Okay, so I'm going to head out the back entrance.
Okay, it takes you a little to get there. And by the time you're there, you do see he hops inside of a Tesla and starts to drive off.
So I'm going to drop the guitar case and sprint into the car.
Roll me a agility, target number 18 with double trouble, because he did get a little bit of a head start on you.
Yeah. And I'm spending for quick phase.
Okie dokie.
Which I think is 15. I'll spend 15. I'll look it up later. And then agility.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Double trouble. Well, I've already... You said target number 18? Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So
you get close, but he talks like a douche. He's at the bar like a douche, and to no one's surprise, he drives like a douche. Just immediately peels out.
Okay.
It zips off into the night.
Well, there's a moment here where I couldn't catch the car, but I can draw down on it because my bullets phase.
Mm-hmm.
And I'd just like to aim for the driver's seat.
Okie dokie.
He's driving, right?
Yes, he is.
Yeah.
Now, here's the thing. I will tell you this. With the speed that he's driving, if he suddenly goes unconscious, what happens after that with an unconscious driver in a speeding car is up to chance. So knowing this, do you pull the trigger? You absolutely
I don't have
can.
the heroic tag.
Okay. Go ahead and roll. This is going to be... I'm going to raise the target defense because he is in a car. So it's going to be target number 16. And this will be with... I'm going to say double trouble.
Okay. Now I've got some things that give me edge.
Mm-hmm.
That's reactions. That's on initiative checks. Sorry, I'm still sort of learning how this works.
You're absolutely fine.
Fast hands, no. Oh, I know what I want. I'm gonna fire the
I know what I want. I know what I need.
I'm actually going to summon portals.
Okay.
One in front of the car, the other one just a little overhead, pointing down.
Okay. So you are shooting this portal, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
All right, so go ahead and roll. I am curious to see how this goes.
Yeah. Yeah, because I just want him to come crashing back down in the parking lot here. Okay.
This might be the most bogus use of this power. Oh my god.
How's the 20 to you?
Don't forget the double trouble. Oh wait, no, they cancel out. Wait, no, this.
Yeah. Because I have at least one edge, but I think I have two. I just can't figure out why.
So it's not a signature attack, so that edge doesn't apply. But it is an iconic
weapon. Yeah.
So I'll say that it is just one trouble, but I'm pretty sure you're gonna make it regardless, unless. Yep.
16
on the dot. He speeds away, and you shoot, and the bullet whizzes by his head. It phases through the car, and it stops immediately in front of the car. Tell me what this portal looks like.
It is a like it starts as this like broken glass disco ball kind of texture of like reality just shattered. Like he shot a pane of glass, basically.
Yeah.
Right? And then through that, you're looking down at the parking lot. Right? You're looking straight, like that's the like mind bit, like what the fuck am I looking at? And the same thing, you know, I have to like fire them, but at the same time. So yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
and so he drives into the broken glass, and with the same amount of speed, lands straight down. Now, here's the deal. I am going to roll a D100. He's got a 50% chance of taking damage from this, and if he does...
Now, the Teslas have amazing crash ratings. I actually don't care if he dies. I'm just putting that out there.
Okay, well, you know, we want to earn it. So, if I roll higher than 50, he dies. Here we go.
That feels like
I rolled a 51.
Specific fuck you to this guy is what that feels like to me. Yes?
And so he's zooming, drives through that broken glass. The problem is if the car would have hit head on with the ground, he probably may have survived. The problem is somewhere along the way, the back wheels hit the edge of the portal, and he fell roof first at the speed that he was driving.
Yeah. I love that.
You can hear he's dying slowly and looks up at you and goes, "What the fuck?
Where's the truck coming in from?"
Fuck." We turn the page. Kindly, what are you up to?
Where is this, Combs? Anyway, right now.
Would you like to look him up?
In...
Oh my god, I totally didn't connect it with the thing you were doing. I'm so sorry.
No, don't apologize, this is great.
No, this is quite good. Sure, I'll obtain information in a mundane manner and see where that starts me.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me a logic check, target number. I'm going to say to get everything you need, it would be a target number 22.
How does a Marvelous 24 feel? Adequate?
You check out his threads. It goes, "Hey, going to Maggie's tonight." You look at his blue sky. Going to Maggie's. Probably gonna see some shit performers, but it's gonna be a good time. You look at his Snapchat. Hey, it's got the map location of him at Maggie's. And then you see his TikTok, and there are a couple of TikToks, and you see this kid perform. The performance was good enough for him to tag Lemon Jams. You see the kid on stage, and what is the name that Casper would tell everybody that he's performing under? Like
John Smith.
So you see Lemon, you see the handle for Lemon Jams, and then John Smith, no handle.
Yeah. There's no QR code on my guitar case. There's
none of that. But for sure, where J. Combs is gonna be.
Okay.
I'm gonna add to that Casper uses a flip phone because we don't need like a game reason, but like he has bad luck with technology. Like it just fritzes out, and I don't need like an actual gremlin thing, but like
I see what happens when you get involved with the Tesla. So
all right,
it's a weird thing happened with it.
So Kylie, what's the play?
Yeah. So I'm cleaning up a little. I'm put my hair up. I'm going to put on at least a sweater and get a little bit of the street view so that I understand the correct alley to enter.
Well, you find the back entrance of Maggie's. There's I'm gonna say right as you arrive, though, you see a Tesla
Tesla's from heaven
fall out of the sky and slam directly in front of Casper.
Let's even have like a piece of the door flies off through me, into the wall.
Oh, it really is that kind of day. And they'll walk briskly, which will, I think, probably get them up to Casper just moments after the dialogue exchange.
Yeah.
What's going
on? There was some kind of accident. I think this man is dead.
Get him out of the car. I'm a doctor.
Okay. I'm gonna reach in and phase him out of the car.
Are you trying to be discreet about it, or?
Nah.
Okay.
I don't care.
Okay.
I'm a nobody.
Combs gets pulled out of the car.
Thank you, John.
Sure.
Oh, this is. Oh, okay. All right.
Were we uploaded to Vine already or something?
I was told it was a music night. Hi, I'm Dr. Kindly. I'm here to help. I don't see... All right, no pulse, no respiration. What... Have we achieved full expiration of this person?
I will
do you need me to make a check about it?
I will let you attempt to save him. Left alone, he was dead for sure. I'm going to roll. I am going to roll a D20 and I'm going to add 10 to whatever I roll, and that'll be the DC to save him. I'll just let it be random.
I also need to roll something.
Yeah.
As I phase him out, I would like to swipe his phone out, like phase his phone through his pocket in a way that this random doctor doesn't see. That's the thing I'm trying to be subtle about.
Okay, for that, you're going to have to beat Kindly's vigilance defense.
All right, that's target 19.
Just a 19. Okay.
And you're going to be rolling agility.
Great.
That's very doable for you.
Yeah. Is there any
I will say
edge or
that
trouble?
because of the chaos and because you're phasing, that I will give double edge on this.
Okay.
Sure, go for it.
Cool.
Yeah, there you go. Easy.
How about a marvelous 22?
What is going on with these rolls
I don't
today?
know.
Why in
I'm
heaven's
pumped
name would
about
I be
it, though.
paying attention to the thing that you're doing? You're getting my patient out, and now I have seen this was in fact the person I was looking for. Thank goodness I'm here.
Yeah.
Now,
I get him out, and then I just step back. I'm like, you want me to get help? Or, sorry, I forgot I was going to do, like, you want me to go get some help? Or, what do you need for this?
Yes. Call 911, report a medical emergency.
All right, I think they got a phone inside.
All right.
I'm gonna roll the d20 to see what the target number is for trying to save this man's life.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever I roll, add 10.
Mm-hmm.
So just a 19
right.
logic check to try to revive this individual.
Okay. I have first aid, which will give me an edge on logic checks to stop bleeding. I also have clinician to determine what's medically wrong with someone I examine. You want one or both?
I think he was in a car accident.
Both are gonna apply.
Clearly, it was already a problem. He bought a Tesla.
Yep. He's making choice. Jesus.
All right, there we are.
A 28.
I expected more.
I know, I did as well, but I suppose I've rolled my marvelouses already for the day.
Oh, well.
Tell me how severe it is, what's wrong, and how you fix it.
The problem is that he has it has exacerbated and instigated an abdominal aortic aneurysm, effectively the largest artery in your body, which is like, a good chonker, splits. And all of your bloods could very easily spill out in such a circumstance.
Bloods that you need and are using.
You need them. Aortic dissection is like really, really bad news and often not caught because you'll have severe abdominal pain. You won't know. Well, most people wouldn't know. Honestly, the easiest to catch in a wet parking lot in weird orange lighting.
Hey, that orange lighting is classic to downtown Chicago.
Yeah. If I can add, I imagine some people heard the impact at this point.
Oh, they're starting to come. But like this is all like split second.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So inside the bar, I'm like, I just tell like one person's come out to look. I'm like, you call 911, and then I go to the bar to Maggie. I'm like, hey, do you have a first aid kit? And
what the fuck did you do?
No, there was a car accident. I didn't have anything to do with it.
I
I had nothing to do with
This
it.
better not fuck my insurance. And she passes you like this red cloth first aid
Yeah,
kit.
like that shitty little, like it's got Band-Aids in it and Bactine. And yeah.
Yep. And I should say there were people out. If I roll 20 and under, there were smokers outside in the back that solved the whole thing. Because there's always smokers in the back of Chicago bars. So let's see. This was just a detail of Noir I forgot to consider. I rolled 85. Luckily for you, the music was so good, and they started to smell that $5 pizza that they sell for $10. So like, everybody ran inside.
Worth every penny.
So luckily, nobody saw exactly what happened, but now people are starting to filter out, and kind of crowding around Kindly going, how can we help? How can we help?
Kindly at this point is drawing up something into a syringe and looking for and getting a vein. They're using some of their nano technology, IV, so it will travel through his system and from inside the blood vessel stitch it back together. After a little bit of time, they will biodegrade harmlessly and be filtered out of his system.
He comes to violently shaking, coughing up blood. And he goes, what the fuck? And he's just in pain. And people go, he's okay, he's alive.
All right. Okay. Don't crowd him. I'm going to get in close, collect some of that blood and some of the bots, and I'm going to use it for copy psyche.
Did you say copy psyche?
Mm-hmm.
Could you, by chance, put that
I can't pop it in because that's the thing about how the power works. I can give you the copy paste into the chat. It's just a very long
no worries.
one.
I got it.
I'll get the information I need later.
This is so fucked.
What are you?
So for everyone, I've got it. Copy psyche. The character can copy the mind of a person with whom they have established a telepathic link. Are you able to establish a telepathic link by chance?
You're right. I will need to do that first. I think that's versus a logic defense, if I recall. Thank you for reminding me. There we are. How's the logic
it must be close.
Have to change that later. But what's going on?
All right. So that's logic versus logic defense.
Yeah.
It's a check, right? Not an attack on a link.
Right. No, it's just a check.
Yeah. So there we are for the prerequisite. And if you permit, because I have lightning actions doing them fairly back to back. But I'm happy to also expend to get the time that I need.
So the long and short of this power for everyone watching is the character can hold up to one extra mind in their head for every rank the character has. The character can copy the mind of a person with whom they've... So you have copied and stored this man's mind,
such as it is,
inside your own.
Which is just everything he's ever known.
Yes.
Such as it is.
Wow.
If the character wants to know something that's in the guest's mind, they can use the mind reading power on it. However, they don't have to establish the. Oh wait, the character can have a conversation with the mind stored in the guest's head. They try to influence the character's decisions and actions.
They certainly can try, yes.
At the end of every day, the character has more than one mind. Okay.
Oh, we're not keeping it that long.
With a character with extra minds in their head.
We're not keeping it that long.
So essentially, you have his mind in your head. So that means that like he is essentially in your head,
and
but
he's also in his own head.
Yeah.
But in order to get information out of him, you would either need to mind read or convince the version of him that's in your head now to
Correct.
tell you what you want to know. Okay.
I just won't have to do it in the middle of a parking lot.
Got you. So, that occurs, and you tell people to stop crowding, and very shortly after that, paramedics come in, and they swoop in to move you aside, check his wallet, and see what insurance he has. It's very good. And they put him in the ambulance and drive away. A couple of people are patting you on the back. Hey, let's get your drinks. Let's get you drunk. Like, we got a hero.
Oh, that's very kind. I may just get a glass of water, but I'll have to be on my way very soon.
I'm gonna step in thinking that this might be helpful. And like, I'm sure the doctor has things they need to do. And I've like recovered my guitar case, and I'm like, how about we all just go back in? And I'm sort of looking over my shoulder, and like, I know that guy was toast, Yeah,
that motherfucker was dead.
Yeah.
There's no amount of first aid that did what you just saw.
Yeah. But I'm not immediately seeing Dr. Kindly with supernaturally red hands. Right?
Oh, have you done a sense sin ability?
I have not. No.
The guns aren't saying anything at this point.
Okay, if they don't bring it up, that's fine. I don't go looking for trouble. That's not true. I do all the time. All right. How about y'all head inside? I'm sure that's quite enough for tonight, and the doctor will have to make their remarks to the paramedics and all that. So let's just get out of their way and go back to doing what we need to do. The tow truck's on the way. It's all going to be handled, folks. You head on inside.
Okay. Roll me an ego check. Target number 14. Double age.
Oh, because they saw my show.
Yep.
Okay.
So that's a 12. Another 12. And you get one more age.
There we go.
That brings it to a 15. They all kind of nod, and you hear Lemon on the inside going, "Hey, let's do some covers!" And people are more excited to come on in. And you see from the stage, Lemon has a little bit of a view of the back exit, and he kind of gives you the look like, I got you.
Yeah. I just mutter, anyway, there's Wonderwall. And close the door behind the people going back inside.
I hate it here. I want to go home. All right. But now it's just the two of you in the back of the bar.
Doc, I appreciate what you did. That I was hoping to ask that man some questions before he came to his untimely demise.
Oh, good. I was worried I was stepping on toes or something. Usually when I see people cause cars to fall from skies, they are looking for the death of the occupant.
Causes it. Are you saying I had something to do with that?
Are you saying you didn't?
I said no such thing.
Well, there we are. I, as it happened, was also interested in some information, and again, I'm not looking to step on any toes.
Well, I wonder if you'd be open to a step beyond that, where did you find out what hospital they're taking him to that I might be able to ask some of those follow-up questions? I understand that may go against your code of ethics. However, this man is in possession of information that represents a present and urgent danger in the city.
Oh, my goodness. Well, if that's the case, I do have privileges at some of the local hospitals. Is there any information that he could have provided that would be useful?
Out of character here, I'm thinking like,
Mhm.
I don't think Casper has a lot in the way of like, he just drifts through. Like, he's not thinking about maintaining a secret identity. Like, he gives fake names because it's inconvenient, right? That to
Mhm.
have to deal with somebody finding out his identity and he's 90 years old or whatever. Like, it's
Yeah. It's just useful. I get it.
but I think otherwise, like in a private conversation like this, there's nobody else around at this point, right? Like the people
Certainly
are
not, or I would not be
packing up.
speaking with
Right,
quite such
right.
candor.
We've stepped away from the parking lights and all that, and the
Mhm.
tow trucks coming and all that. So yeah, he had planned to bring a truck of some kind to a particular intersection at a particular means great harmful mischief in so doing.
Really? I'd like to take this opportunity
Mm-hmm.
to make some inquiries to that effect.
No, that's not it.
Wait.
Nope. Ugh, this stupid device won't work whenever I want it to. You can see me now, huh? Don't be alarmed. I'm V, short for viewer. Different than the Watchers. Do not compare me to those bald-headed babies. Anyways, don't mind me. I was just trying to find the right channel to go view this poll list story about... No spoilers. Looks like the poll list hasn't come out for you yet. Let me let you in on a little secret. Go over to ko-fi.com/noirenigma and subscribe at the $10 tier. That way, you'll be able to get the poll list stories a week ahead of release. It also gets you a 10% discount to Noirvel merch. So get over to ko-fi.com/noirenigma right now. All right. I gotta go before the editor catches me talking to you. So keep viewing whatever you're viewing here. All right. Bye.
There are 3 things you learn in this job. The break room coffee sucks. Always label your food. And never go in alone.
He is in you have a copy of his mind in yours. So essentially, he is trapped within your mind.
Mhm.
Tell me what environment you've created for him inside of the mindscape.
Oh, this poor fellow's in the hospital. Oh, I barely gave it any thought. I have him in the surgical theater.
Watching a surgery or the other thing? Okay, so he is on the surgery bed and he's looking up going, huh, what? No, I'm awake, I'm alive.
Hello. Yes, you're in a terrible car accident, and I need information.
What the fuck? Get me out of here. I'm fine. I feel great.
Let's get that IV hooked up, shall we?
Wait. What do you want to know?
The details of the truck.
What fucking truck? Why do people keep asking me about a fucking truck today?
The truck with the antimatter.
Roll me an ego check. Target number 18. It would have been double trouble, but I'm gonna make it only trouble. I need these rolls to stop.
Hey, it's not marvelous anymore, all right?
Oh my god. He looks you dead in the eyes and understands that you are absolutely going to perform a surgery on him if he does not give you what you want. Okay, all right. The truck is due to pass through Dixon sometime tomorrow, okay?
sometime. I can go in there and get it myself. We can set up the craniotomy. I mean, it'll take a moment, but I have all of the time
What the
in the
fuck
world.
are you talking about?
When is it going through Dixon?
It should be there like at 6. Around 6 in the evening, okay? That's when it's gonna pass through.
And there wasn't anything about a particular intersection? My friend mentioned it.
Yeah, it's, what friend? What are you talking about? Right, it's gonna pass, you'll let me go if I tell you, right?
Oh yes, of course. I'm gonna go grab, I'm gonna hang a bag of saline.
Alright, it's passing by, Abraham Boulevard. 6 tomorrow. In Dixon.
Does Abraham Boulevard 6 p.m. tomorrow in Dixon sound right to you? Back in the material world.
So out of character,
It was
something
17th
about
Street, 3 p.m.
17th Street at 3 p.m.
Mm-hmm.
is, yeah. The bit that I know is it is supposed to end up at 17th Street at 3 p.m. I would love to know more about where you're forming your guesses, but my understanding was to start there and work backwards to find where the truck might be before it reaches that spot, which is where I assume they planned their maximum amount of harm to be done.
In the surgical theater, that was a mistake. I'm getting 2 different stories. What do you know about 17th Street at 3 p.m.?
Roll me a vigilance check. Target number 15. A 21. Go
Make
ahead.
sure I understand the amount of time Dr. Kindly has to talk to this guy is not the same amount of time that I'm witnessing, right?
Things in the mindscape happen that fast.
That's
but
fine.
Inside,
Just wanted to make sure.
Mhm.
I'm not going like, hello?
The lights on? What's going on?
Yeah.
He knows that you know that he's lying, and he's fucking terrified. All right, you already know everything that I know. All right, I lied. I'm sorry. I fucking lied. I'm sorry. Please just let me go.
I don't think I feel nearly confident enough in the accuracy of the information or of your assertion that that's really all you know. Keep going, please. I really wouldn't like to do this the hard way, but moreover, I don't think you would either. It's been a rough day, and this would just be the beginning.
I am going to roll on the average civilian sheet to see if he nuts up. If he beats a 10 on this resiliency, he's going to hold out. If he rolls under 10, well...
What might it be opposed to Dr. Kindly's intimidation?
I'll give him trouble. In fact, I'll give him double trouble. You're not even wrong on that. Okay, so he shrunk to an 8. He was holding firm until the trouble hit. Tell me what you did to cause that trouble.
From where in real life Dr. Kindly tends to hold that little puck of nanotechnology, it all seems to flood out of there here. White coat, down the jacket, down their leg, and assemble around the room into nanotech marionettes of nurses, anesthesiologists, dark flowing machines that beep like heart rate, like we are actively preparing for surgery.
It's coming
my
from fucking
whole
St.
team.
Louis. It's coming from St. Louis, okay?
And who else knows?
Just me and my boss.
Your boss.
I can't. Please, I can't. I can't.
You will. Just let me help. And I'll just
You
put my hand over his hair.
It's so scary.
you feel that that's where it stops. He would die before he talks. There's something about his boss that has him absolutely terrified.
All right, then I'll take it.
The character can delve into the mind of a single person with whom they have established telepathic link. This requires a logic check against the target's logic defense. On a success, the character can ask a simple question and get the answer from the target's mind. On a fantastic success, the character can get more complex answers. Okay, so what ability is this? Or is this part of the copy psyche?
This is mind interrogation. Because in the copy psyche it said mind reading. Mind interrogation is an enhanced version on the mind read.
Got you. So you have to pry it. But you get the name. Fisk.
He's always up to something. Oh, this didn't need to be that difficult. You poor thing, that must have been so stressful. And all of the additional nanotech bodies will seem to crumble almost like sand and back up and into my pocket. The light kind of warms a little bit. It didn't need to be that difficult. All right. Well, now we can just focus on getting you all better.
You let me go?
Yes. And they'll stand up, turn, and turn out the light.
And
I'm done.
In that, he sees the surgical room begin to crumble as the last thing that Psyche sees before they're erased is the silhouette of Kylie walking out of the door. And then, wait, no!
That's murder, right? Just as an audience
The
member.
original is fine.
But that was a person.
My goodness.
I love it. It's terrifying. You made a person and eliminated them. Just deleted.
I told you it wasn't going to be for long.
You created a person, had their entire existence be in terror, and then erase them. Good times here at Noirvel, folks. So
it's coming from St. Louis. This appears to be some kind of Fisk operation. As far as I can tell, I verified the 17th Street at 3 p.m. Would you like to join me for that endeavor? It seems like it might take more than one of us to keep everything stable, and I'm familiar with the type of payload that they're moving. I'm less familiar with the ability to make cars drive at 90 degrees angles to the ground. I could certainly use that kind of expertise around.
What sort of delivery are they making?
It's an antimatter payload. These kind of things are used in some matter-antimatter applications like PET scans, which are used to detect cancer. That's positron emission technology. It works on a matter-antimatter principle. The production of antimatter is fairly difficult, and such supplies are expensive and can be extremely unstable in the wrong circumstances. The containment conditions more than the actual, particles. You're not going to cause a runaway or anything.
This material is something that you would be able to store safely.
I am that kind of doctor, in addition to I point back toward where we did some cleanup, the other kind of doctor.
Quite a marvel you are turning out to be. My hope was to intercept this truck before it reached its destination. Do you feel like we have enough information to execute on that?
Given that we have the point of origin and the timing, as well as the intersection, I think we should do all right.
I would like to work with you on this.
And I with you. I'll put out my hand to shake.
So just in a split second, I want to do sense supernatural. Because there's some people you don't shake hands with.
Mm-hmm.
True and very fair.
So I think it's an ego check.
Go for it.
And if you're a demon, you have to say it's illegal otherwise.
That's the
Do you have any
18.
sort of edge or anything?
Do I have edge for this? Let's see. It's a thing that the guns let me do, so probably not.
Mm-hmm.
The character can reach out with their mind to sense the presence of supernatural people, places, or things within 100 spaces per rank. This tells them the location of supernatural things and its general status. If a target or targets wish to remain undetected, the character must make an ego check and compare it against the target's vigilance defense. If they succeed, they sense the target. On a fantastic success, they can also identify if the target is cursed or demonic.
Okay. So is Dr. Kindly resisting this sensory effect?
What might I perceive, if anything, that there would be to resist against?
Probably. I think in my eyes, like I don't know how perceptive you are. I think there is a, like, normally he does this from across the room, but it's like his eyes are glass and shatter. That like shattered glass effect is quick, right? There's this like of like a spider webbed glass. As he's perceiving whether someone is demonic or supernatural. But it, yeah.
No.
Not supernatural. Great.
No, certainly not.
Okay. Then, yeah, shakes hands and says, now, if it is not impertinent, I am a humble itinerant guitarist. If this shipment were to manifest as some sort of financial gain for yourself, I wonder if there is some small fraction of that might be remunerated to myself in appreciation of my help.
Oh, I'm sure I could work something out about it. I admit I intended to principally put it toward research, but if you need that sort of thing, I'm more than happy to figure something out. I mean, doctor salaries aren't so terrible, and I have a wealth of skills I would be happy to put toward making sure you're well compensated.
Any small consideration would be appreciated.
It would be terrible of me to ever be inconsiderate.
I can imagine. I don't think I ever got the out of character Dr. Kindly's physical description.
They're a little bit short, little round face, look like they are 2 apartments over carrying laundry down the hall, kind of just ordinary pleasant face.
Okay.
A little mousy, frankly. But right now, their hair is up in like a reasonably nice updo, and they are wearing their very best TJ Maxx sweater.
Okay. All right. So relatively modest, like no flashy clothes or
No.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's great.
Yeah, they're maybe dressed a little schlubby, honestly, if it's anything. This does not seem like someone who has remembered to pay attention to material things.
Now, I was gonna suggest making an ego check to persuade you to pay Casper something.
Nothing needed. They're genuinely happy to.
Okay,
they will figure that. They'll figure it out.
Yeah, like and this is the part of me, Jason, not sure when Sam is being devious, nice or nice.
No,
nice.
I will totally get you the money. You don't have to worry about it.
I'm just enjoying watching this all go down, but
okay. And Dr. Kindly's not lying, because that's another thing that would trigger. No. Okay.
Correct. Okay. They are not lying.
Okay.
Time does pass on, and you do hear last call inside the bar. So the things are wrapping up, and you see people are starting to flood out the back and the front to get to their cars. What would you both like to do in this moment?
I suppose it's reasonable I would have some kind of modest car, right?
I can see it.
I wonder if I should have taken wealth, since I've been around for 80 years and might have invested
Sometimes I think I also
something.
should have taken wealth.
Yeah. What's
in
that?
real life, I wish I took wealth.
Yeah, me too. Okay. Well, anyway, we'll figure that out later.
We can say you took wealth. That doesn't matter to me. If you want to have a fancy car, or if you want to have like a driver on call.
No. What I want is like a nice pickup truck. Like
okay.
Even like a electric, like a Rivian. Like.
All right. So tell me what this pickup truck looks like.
Oh, it's black. It's matte black. But tinted windows. It's got a bed cover, so that he can like put his guitar in there. And there's a surprising, well, let me back up a little bit. Well, Dr. Kindly, if you, sorry, out of character, did you introduce yourself with your name?
I did. I think while I was covered in that man's blood, and you were about to go call. Yeah.
Yeah. sorry, and I want to amend that as well. It is nice to meet you. For folks who I have a more um, involved dealing with, folks like that usually call me Casper.
Pleasure. Then I look
I-
forward to our more involved dealings.
I do as well, and I wonder. We've got a bit of time to wait,
Mhm.
and depending on where we want to intercept, sometime before 3 p.m. tomorrow, if you would like to meet up tomorrow for lunch or something like that.
Oh, that would be delightful. Thank you so much for the invitation. Yes, we'll perhaps have a little brunch, and then we'll stop whatever this terrible Roxon thing is that they seem to be intending.
Yes. It seems like we'll be able to do some good tomorrow.
Do you have a phone number or something? I'd be happy to look up nice brunch places nearby the intersection. I'm probably going to be looking at maps and figuring out where they intercept anyway.
That would be great. Oh, wait a minute. I also didn't follow up on the. Although that reminds me, how did our conversation turn from you asking me about 6 p.m. at such and such to hone in on 3 p.m. on 17th? That it feels like I missed part of the conversation.
Well, I admit, you have your abilities, and I have mine. I can't have full corridors go through me. But I'm pretty good at getting information where I need to.
Well, that is mighty handy. I'm glad you're.
I hope it will be.
I'm glad you're on our side, as they say.
And I'm glad you're on ours.
You both hear buzzing coming from Casper's pocket.
Oh, sorry, do you need to get that?
Oh, I see. I picked up our man's phone in all the commotion. I wonder who this might be. That just produced his smartphone.
You see a text, but it is locked behind his passcode.
Are you any good at getting into these types of things? I have the worst luck with them.
Oh, I mean, I'll give it a try. See. Oh, I really should have hung out onto the code break for this sort of thing. Don't want to let them linger too long. I assume logic.
Mm-hmm.
I think Casper is charmed.
With the 27, you're able to recall from holding his psyche favorite numbers, and it doesn't take you very long at all to deduce what the passcode is. And you open it up, and you see that the message is saying, we just heard the news. Your incompetence is going to cost us. The timetable has moved forward exponentially. You are relieved of your position.
I hate to say it, but I think he might have gotten into a little bit of trouble. I'll show him the text.
Well, admittedly, I am less concerned for this man's feelings and whether and his job prospects. But if their timetable is moved up, perhaps we should move now to intercept that delivery.
I agree. We can get into position. I mean, worst case, I'm sure I could find some place to nap nearby in case it takes a little bit of time.
Well, and I mean, if I may be so bold, my truck is here. You'd be welcome to tip the seat back and rest your eyes.
Oh, you are really a true gentleman. I thought they really just don't make those these days, and yet here you are, born in what has to have been the 90s, right? Oh goodness, I'm getting old. And I'm going to start to move toward the truck.
This fucking catnip kryptonite for Casper. Like,
Okay.
Catnip.
Oh my god. So are you guys heading down to Dixon? It is going to be a
I don't have a sense of how far that is.
Yeah,
like,
it's going to be around a 4-hour drive.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's what, like almost midnight or something?
Mm-hmm.
And coming from St. Louis to Dixon, how long would that be? Do we have the 4 hours?
No.
Okay. All right. Fair enough. I don't suppose whatever it is you did with that Tesla can shoot all the way to Dixon?
Well, if I have a moment to focus, I don't know this area. I'm new to the town. Is it quite a ways?
Well, I'm just going to... I seem to grab it at something in my pocket.
Sorry, quick, I have to wind this back. It's not a Rivian. He's terrible with technology. He's got a car that does not have a computer chip in it. He's got like a El Camino.
Gotcha.
Yeah, that's
okay.
Like, it is all mechanical. Okay, sorry.
Please hold while I look that up.
Oh, yeah.
Ahem. Okay, thank you. I'm here now.
All right.
They'll sort of reach for their nanotech, but then they'll decide just to show it on the old school, show just how far this is. Perhaps we might want, if there's any sort of way to get there faster. I can certainly try, but it seems like you are a little adroit in that manner yourself.
No, I believe we can get there without needing to cross every mile from here to there. May I have another look at that map, please?
Of course.
So I'm going to let you hold the phone, but there's this a little bit elaborate. He's also like showing off a little bit because something's like he's broken. And he's also like trying to like show off a little bit now and flirt. So he looks at the map, looks at the, like finds east and like, and then sets his gun on his, he's like, that makes a whole show about being very precise and takes a shot into the street. There's the shattered glass, but he only fires once, right? He's I got A15 focus for that. How do you get focus back, by the way?
By spending karma or by resting. Or there are abilities that allow it to happen as well, like energy absorption and regain focus.
Okay. Well, yeah, I'm just going to do summon portal the normal way and open a portal from here to a lonely parking lot in Dixon.
And
what's the story behind those?
Long and sad and full of boring details, I'm sure.
Keep
How
your
about we,
secrets for now.
let's find one of those all-night diners in Dixon. And I like walk over to the car. He like puts his guitar in the there is a pull cover for an El Camino as well. Covers that up and then opens the passenger side door and holds it open for Dr. Kylie.
And that's when
Oh, they blush a little bit.
And that's when you hear, and there is a huge explosion off in the distance, and black pillar of flames. It is a dark black and purple mushroom cloud in the heart of Dixon.
Wow. Do we see it like from like through the portal as well? Like so oh.
You're muted.
That is not how I am I still muted?
Oh no, you weren't, Samus.
Okay.
Would you mind if perhaps we tried that again?
I'm not sure. I fear we're too late.
I think we need a do-over. I'll put out my hand to yours over the armrest.
Forward.
Time travel together.
And you're back moments ahead, or moments previous.
I'm gonna try to see if I can buy us a couple minutes now that we're in Dixon, kind of thing, maybe.
Oh, so okay, so you teleported. Oh no, you're in
I'm
Dixon.
time-ported
Okay.
in Dixon, so now we have a few more minutes to maybe get to whatever is going on first.
Gotcha. So yeah, I'll say that you've got about 5 minutes before you jump back 5 minutes.
Right.
So yeah, what would you like to do?
That gets us 5.
Right? We have a sense of where that explosion was, right?
It was in the heart of Dixon. Being able to pinpoint exactly where that might.
Okay.
take
Well, I'm
some
gonna head towards 17th
Okay.
and just floor it.
All right. And so you are driving your ass off, and you're all both looking at the clock, and you're able to make it there to 17th Street with 3 minutes left to spare. The road is dark on either side. This is an empty intersection. There's just corn on either side, and a lone red ranch. 2 minutes.
And there's no truck or suspicious looking people or
Does it appear to be? One minute.
Oh,
Muted.
I can't hear you.
Where's
Sam.
the truck?
It's not here.
They'll take their puck out.
Mm-hmm.
Where's the truck?
What power is this?
Cosmic awareness.
Oh,
The truck. This power says the character can sense selected things at any distance from them as long as they are in the same universe as what they're attempting to detect. Have you ever seen the truck?
It is known to me. I haven't seen it.
I am going to rule that you would need to have. You would not, because you're essentially looking for a truck that says Roxxon Tech on it, but there are a number of them in the world. You don't know, like, you need something that identifies that particular truck. You would have, I had to,
Jeffrey Combs knew.
you didn't ask. I will give you a vigilance check. Target number 20 with triple trouble. As you are parsing the memories, and I know you have eidetic memory.
I know you know. Sometimes it just makes it possible.
Right. And that's what this is, essentially.
That's exactly what because no, absolutely.
As you're parsing through the psyche, I would say, like, you might have been able to brush, but okay, so with a 15, there's not an identifier. And as you're trying to put it together, the black pillar in the heart of Dixon, nowhere, not really near you, but you can see the aftershock coming, and it is going to wipe this area.
Well, hold on. I want to... All right, if you're going to do that again, let's get as close as we can first so we know where we're headed.
That shockwave's coming now.
I'm going to turn the car towards it and get as close as I can before it reaches us.
Yep.
Okay. This is going to be a vigilance check 18, double trouble, because you're trying to get as close as you can and pull this time travel trick before the car takes enough damage where you all take damage too. So this is going to be skillful driving and coordination between the two of you, but you're the one behind the wheel, so it's up to you.
Okay. Is that a agility to drive?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay, and then
14.
Oh, do I have any? I don't have any edge for this, I don't think. Oh, maybe. No, that's initiative checks. Damn it. Oh, how about fearless?
I'll give it to you for fearless. Go for
Checking
it.
it right in the face of fear. Okay. Oh my gosh.
Unfortunately, it stayed the same, and so you're trying to drive and avoid the worst of it, and then it hits. You are going to take some major damage, and it's coming right now. Both of you take 26 points of damage.
Oh.
No, thank you.
Alrighty. Now here's what I'm gonna need from you kindly. Because you both did get caught by this blast of antimatter, I need you to roll me a target number 20 resilience check to see if you're able to get the power to work. Because what it's doing is it is consuming the temporal energy that you would use to get out of it.
Ooh, okay, that target 20?
We're in the shit now, folks.
Yep, that's not great. That's Alright, well. Yeah, that's a wash.
You try to use the power, but it reminds you of the scan that you ran on Tyr.
Yeah.
The things that's charging your temporal powers are being consumed before they can have the effect. And very much like Tyr, you know that the longer you're in the area, the more severe this is going to get. Congratulations, you got close to the epicenter of the blast. But you're in the shit now. And that's when you hear, huh? Pa? Pa? And just wailing. The fact that anybody survived this blast is a miracle. You look at the rest of the town and it is decimated. And kindly, you know that even if someone were to have powers like you do, the powers themselves would also suffer in this mess, this concoction that you're both in. It's hard to breathe, it's hard to see. And that's when, Casper, you hear Mephisto from your guts.
No. No, 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 no. What, are they giving me some indication of where, or should I roll ego?
For this kind of evil, not necessary.
Okay.
You know that it's coming in the direction of the wailing and the screaming. And you also notice that the wailing and the screaming has stopped.
Doc, I'm sorry to. And are we still moving? Is the car toast, or like what's our?
The car is toast.
Yeah.
The
Okay. So we're
is-
like sliding on rims and.
Yeah.
Doc, I'm sorry. The devil himself is seeing to this one. But
Like Icarus, we flew too close to the sun. I can't send us back to prevent being bombarded by antimatter. Well, actively being bombarded by antimatter.
if I got us further away from here, would that help?
Do I think I'd be able to get in for another loop?
The longer it takes for you to try, the smaller the window is for you.
If we get far now, maybe.
Okay, so I'm picturing the car is still screeching, throwing up sparks, all that stuff, and we're sort of like sliding, and I just reach past, plug your ears, Doc, and I just fire the gun out the passenger window, and the car, you know, do I have to roll for summon portal? I think it just works.
It does, but this is where I get to have my fun.
Okay.
Because of how you describe this. You shoot the gun, and you hear, and you see this kid in a burnt up hoodie and sweatpants, and you recognize the aura around him. He's made a deal. He's covered in red. I'm sorry, but one of the stipulations, and he throws the bullets down, was to deal with you two. I'm sorry. Roll initiative. And alright, I'm gonna ask you what you rolled. You're gonna let me know. Kindly, what you get?
I got an 18.
Casper, what you get?
Also 18.
Okay.
And lightning actions.
Exactly, so I'm going to buy you. Alright. This is a disheveled kid. He's 17. He's got matted hair all over his face, and he's covered in blood. He's got a Minecraft hoodie that's been burnt to shit, and like Nike joggers, and he's barefoot, and his eyes start to glow red. I'm sorry.
Young man, you don't have to do this. We can help you get out of it.
He said the one with the gun. This is your fault. And if I deal with you, you bring my mom and pa back. And before you recognize it, he has you in his hands. I don't want to hurt you. And then he looks up. But I gotta. And immediately takes off into the air. You can tell his intent is to fly as high as he can go.
Okay.
And he can go, just so we're aware.
I wish I'd taken phase walking.
I'm so sorry. He is going up 180 feet. Well, he has to actually make the grab first. So let's see if that happens before we do anything. He rolled a 16.
I have a 17.
So he reaches for you to grab you and misses. And you can see there is frustration. He goes, I'm sorry! And his eyes glow red, and two jet hot beams of heat erupt out of his eyes.
Okay. As a reaction, I would like to phase.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I know I might still take damage. That's
you're gonna take half damage because this is an energy blast if he hits, and that is 15 on your
17.
agility.
17.
It's he's angry, and you can tell he's been told he has to do this, but as the beams come after you, he stops as if surprised that happened and wipes the tears from his eyes. That will bring us to Kindly. It is your turn. And this is before initiative. This is the lightning action and bonus action round.
Yes, okay. All right. I'm going to just put some protection on myself.
Mm-hmm.
That's now my defense against everything.
Okie dokie. 24 is your defense against it. Magic is a motherfucking trip, y'all.
And you know what they say about sufficiently advanced technology.
Yep.
So here we are. I'm
used that
just
in an essay this week.
Oh, hey. I'm going to give us a bit of a bubble just to think, just for a round, test the waters, if nothing else. One doesn't always know what various people are capable of.
I'm going to say this is a difficulty 18 resilience check, just to see if you can push through the temporal energy.
Not quite.
I won't let that cost you the action. It's kind of like you were thinking about it, you tested the water, and that's not.
Is there any edge on the table there?
Unfortunately, not. You guys are in the heart of an antimatter cloud.
Okay, then we need to get this kid out of here. And if I have to, I guess I'm going to see if they'll come with us. Does that beat their melee defense?
It does.
Okay.
A
That's
20
a grab.
beats their Oh, you're mentally grabbing him? Oh, gotcha.
Well, technically, techikinetically, if you will.
All right, cool. That brings us to the beginning of initiative. If we start,
Would you mind if I just did a bit of a quick reaction?
sure.
I am going to just try to. It seems like this kid's resolve is to some extent maybe a little weak. I'm going to see if maybe a little bit against the focus will help that a little more. Oh, I'm so sorry. That's the wrong check. There we go. That one.
And what's
Nice.
this?
This is oh god, that's this. But that's too much. Oh goodness.
The character makes an eagle attack against the target's vigilance. If they succeed, the target takes regular focus damage, and the character has that. Okay, so he takes 69 focus damage, and you hear just a pained scream and "Get out of my head!" And the focus you get back from him is hot and angry. Okay, and that brings us back to him, and he is going to.
And just to make sure I'm following, we had our lightning rounds, and now we're in.
And now we're at the back of.
Now to the top,
Yeah.
yes.
He is going to fly. Oh wait, no, he has to escape first. And he is going to roll. 18.
Does not beat menu melee defense, which is 24.
1 second. Is he gonna use this now?
Ooh, already?
Not
Okay.
gonna use it now. He is going to attempt to escape again, however. That should just about.
No.
1 second. No,
Marvelous.
1 second. I'm checking something.
Mhm.
Okay.
And let's see what it's doing.
Why they didn't call it a marvelous success or put an F on the die is beyond me.
You know, that is me too.
I think if they put an F on the die, that would be pretty funny.
Yeah.
F that die.
It'd be better to call it a marvelous success. But if they wanted to call it fantastic, why did they put an M on the die?
It's a really good point.
I am gonna say his iron will kicks in here.
Mhm.
So
Okay.
he will get edge on this.
Okay.
You have gotta be shitting me right in the balls. I rolled another one. Okay. You hear a voice in the wind that just goes, "So, I suppose you really didn't care about your parents after all." And you see the eyes glow redder and redder and redder, and that will end his turn. That brings us to Kindly.
We need to get away. We need to get him away. I can't get any of this back unless we get away now. And I'm, gosh, I guess I'm going to teleport back to the outskirts of Dixon, I think. I'm gonna reach out and see if Casper... Oh, no, I can't. I'm sorry. Bamf would be able to. Kindly cannot. But I can take one with me.
Okay.
And I have the kid grabbed.
Okay. He's going to use a reaction, and with lightning action, he is going to take the full action escape. And he shatters free of the control. What would you like to do? All right, I mean, you can still teleport him. He will break free once he's on the other side of the teleport.
Oh, that I'll totally take. Absolutely, no problem.
Okay.
That's,
So where you
that's
teleport?
fine. We're just going to the outskirts of the city. I'm going to at least have looked in the direction if Casper wants to follow on his round. I'm just trying to see if I can get out of the range of the antimatter suppression with enough time to try to rewind and save this town.
Gotcha. All right. Is there anything else you'd like to do?
Let's see. I'm gonna throw some sturdy on there, actually.
Okay.
With my other standard action.
Gotcha. And that will bring us to Casper. Casper, you saw them blink out.
Yeah.
But kindly did give you a direction in which they were going. They're on the edge of town. What would you like to do?
I would like to try to fire a portal for myself.
I'll give it to you.
So I'm going to... So now normally this doesn't include a roll. Is there something you would like me to roll?
No. To bring you all together, let's do it.
Okay, so I will spend my 15. And yeah, I jump out to wherever they've landed.
Okay, so you arrive just in time to see it is his turn, and he is going to take it.
Well, can I do like a speaking action or something when I arrive?
I'll give you that, yeah.
Okay. Just wanted to, step through the shattered glass portal and say, "Friend, you have got the wrong end of a bad deal, and that is not your fault. If you help us, we can help you. We are going to help you no matter what, but you are making it very difficult to do so."
You killed my mom. You killed my dad. You tried to trap me. He told me.
I did no such thing. Those are lies.
He will grab at Kylie. He's just reaching for the first thing he could get his hands on.
Come on, second edge.
I don't think that he has a second edge.
Oh, come on, kid. Come on, be so drama. Come on, get the dog, come on. Why am I rooting?
The first one misses. He's got no other choice.
Wait, is he trying to grab them?
He knows that he's strong. Something has happened in that he's strong, and he knows that he has to end this. He has to end you both. But he doesn't have it in him to do it.
Yeah.
He's trying to take you somewhere where it will be done.
Can I attempt a what do you call it? Interpose and quick phase?
Oh well, he's missed. So the first one,
yeah. Sorry, I thought you said he's good to try again.
He is looking to he's it's super speed, so it's very quickly he's reaching, and it doesn't make sense that he should be missing, but he is.
Mm-hmm.
And then he pulls back for a second, very calmly, and you hear the voice that has been taunting him this entire fight say, "Do it!" I'm sorry. I really am. And he is going to punch at Dr. Kindly.
Okay, so now may I attempt to interpose?
Yes, you can.
Okay. I don't know how that works.
So essentially, you're just gonna get in the way of this. Now, the thing is, if you phase,
yeah,
the punch is going to go through you.
Well, I'm going to quick phase other to get Dr. Kindly phased. My multiple reactions.
I would have him pull back at that point and react with something different.
Well, I'm reacting to his action.
Okay, you know what? I'll let it rock. I'll let it rock. How's he gonna do this? Like, I'm genuinely, this is my light Superman build.
Casual, Superman casual.
Yeah, he's just gonna swing with the clobber.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going to sort of dash. I'm turning my back to this kid and just like grabbing Kindly in a hug.
You should only have to as a reaction once he attacks, so we would have an opportunity to see if he misses.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
For instance.
So he swings and misses.
Okay.
Would you allow that this is what has happened in fiction, though?
Sure.
Like, irrespective of the mechanical? I like the image in fiction a lot.
Okay. Then I'll
So
pay
tell me how.
My 5 focus.
What's up?
Oh.
Alrighty. So he swings at you, and
Casper spins in close to grab Kindly in a hug and makes both of them phased, and his punch just goes right through the both of them.
More gentlemanly than I ever would have thought.
Okay, great. We're on the same page.
now we use a reaction of our own.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Is that one or both of us right now?
That is only one.
Okay.
And he is going to use that with...
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm between him and Kindly.
It's the heat vision. So he swung, saw that it goes through, and just went, "Stop!" And then Superman style, heat vision. Luckily, his heat vision is much weaker than everything else that he can do, but it is a fantastic success.
Okay. He still has to roll, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yes.
that misses me.
Yep, it misses both of us. Yep, it misses.
That is true.
Does he have any edge? Why am I rooting for this kid?
I mean, I might even have trouble to assign. I don't know.
No, he's straight up missing. This is a solid build. The character is rolling like absolute balls right now.
Yeah, that was a dog shit roll, absolutely.
Like even with a hold on, that is a 11. Yeah, it still would miss. Holy ball!
In fairness, if I hadn't put my defenses on, this would look rather different.
Oh no!
What?
I forgot it doesn't automatically add accuracy and might to the.
Those aren't on the to hit though.
Oh, then no, we're good then.
Yeah, those are just damage bonuses.
Okie dokie. Then you feel the heat go through, and you know that if he just can't get himself to get it done.
Yeah.
After this is over, he's definitely getting the heroic tag. Like he just can't do it. What would you both like to do?
Oh well, that's Kindly's turn. So.
Really? I thought it was yours.
No.
He did that as a reaction.
Yes.
No, he used a reaction on his turn, so it is Kindly's turn.
Oh, okay. Based on my studies of the temporal mechanics of this universe, what would be the consequences vis-a-vis any supernatural elements here? I would like to try to get back before everything in that town exploded, and I really don't want to linger in the blast radius for too long. Fighting a kid?
Okay. So you are able to jump if you try.
All right. You want to try to give this one more try, Casper?
Please.
All right. And since we're already hugged, time travel together.
Okay. This time, it's 3 minutes out. It's getting harder to get back, particularly to this moment. It's as though there is something actively working to ensure that this happens.
Canon events.
Can you get us deeper into town?
Yes. I know where to go now.
All right.
And I fire a
And
shot.
I think I just stay holding the hand that isn't holding the gun you're using for a portal, if that's okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Fire a shot and we step through.
I'm going to say you both know where to go this time because of the last event. And you see a sleepy little farm and a military drone.
I'm going to make myself solid and take a shot.
Go ahead and roll me the attack. Target number is 19.
Yeah, okay. That's a 19.
Bang! The drone drops, and you can see that it was holding a payload. A little orb. Kindly, you recognize this as the antimatter generator that was made by Mabel's shell company.
I'm going to almost frisbee toss my little puck of nanotech that will flatten out into a saucer to grab techokinetic manipulation, just to make sure everything stays stable.
Hey, what the hell's going on? And
Why?
you see the same kid running out holding a rifle.
Young man, you'll find the government taking an unwelcome look around your farm here.
You know, I see you with a gun in hand and shooting outside our farm.
And what I was shooting at is just over there in your corner. And I'm sort of like holding the gun up in my, like not pointed at anything, letting him be aware of my presence. I will be happy to show you the fruits of my labor.
Kindly, you notice that the orb is starting to act strangely, and as you're pulling it to you, it seems to be trying to make its way to him. What's that little doodad?
This is a sample of unstable exotic particles. I need to work on stabilizing it, or it could potentially cause some harm. This should never have been out and flying in free air.
It's making me feel sick. I feel funny.
Yeah.
Okay.
Why don't you come with me? Let's get you back to your house. And the doctor here is a skilled professional, and we'll take care of things from here.
Purple lightning starts to dance around the orb.
I get out of here.
You're able to tell that you can move. It's not coming with you. What would you like to try and do? You can feel that the same energy that made it hard for you to do your temporal manipulation, it's like it's activating and it's making it harder for your abilities to affect it. Something about this kid is triggering a response within it.
It's moving towards him, right? It's moving?
Yes.
I would like to open a portal.
You open the portal.
In its path that it's like moving towards him, right? The exit of this portal is well out past the moon's orbit. And yeah.
This is where, if we were playing Star Trek, I would say I am spending threat.
Mm-hmm.
Your guns
You can
whisper.
roll if you want.
Your guns whisper. And they say, Mundus.
Is that a name I'm familiar with?
That is the name of the devil you played. You played a game with, and he is the one that marked your soul.
Right. That's right. Okay.
And you see a tall black man stepping behind you with dreads in a ponytail and a black overcoat. And he puts his hands on you. He goes, Casper, this ain't a winning hand, my friend. And he reaches out, and you can feel the portal straining as he's working to close it. And the kid starts to freak Ow. What's going on? Stop! Who is that? Where did you come from? He came out from nowhere. He's panicking. It's a tense situation. What do the both of you do?
So I need to understand the cosmology a little bit.
Mhm.
This devil is like an unkillable entity, or what is my understanding?
He is a devil. He is a very high-ranking devil. He's not unkillable, but it is hard as shit to kill him.
Yeah. Okay. So
And he is the one that you got Null and Void, your two pistols from, when you beat him in a competition.
Okay, well, he hasn't closed the portal yet, right?
He's working on closing the portal, and this is making the kid more frantic. And as the kid gets more frantic, the more the electricity dances over this object. This is a powder keg ready to blow at a moment's notice.
All right. One gun was out to make the portal, but I've got two of them. And that just comes up right next to Mundus's head, and I pull the trigger.
Did you really think my guns would shoot me? I'm sorry, buddy. I'm so sorry, buddy.
That makes perfect sense. Yeah, I think Casper really has like a beach ball moment of just like, fuck, I overplayed my hand, like that. He's not saying that, but like, oh no, we lose is the...
Kindly, this thing is about to erupt in the next few moments, and you're all in the epicenter of the blast if it goes off. I'm going to ask you both, for the last time this session, what would your character like to do in this moment? And depending on the answer, we get our ending.
Oh, God. Kid, run. And I don't think Kindly's ever done anything of this sort. They're gonna throw their body over the sample.
Make me a resilience check, target number 15 with double trouble.
Is there any way to help?
There is a reaction to that effect.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to do that.
Go for it. Oh, and with you helping, will essentially change this from double trouble to just target number 15 with single trouble, because you're giving age.
Yeah, that's fine. It's better than two.
Okay.
Trouble.
Kindly.
Instant replay.
In this vicinity, this close to it, you try and all of the temporal energy goes straight to
Karma.
Okay. Kid, run. You see yourself tell the kid to run, and you see yourself jump onto the orb and immediately get repelled back. What do you do?
I'm genuinely not. I can't use the time here. Okay, so describe to me exactly what happened and where I am right now.
Past Kindly jumps onto the orb, and the antimatter surges, sending Past Kindly back about 10, 15 feet. The kid is just standing there watching the portal that Casper made finally gets crushed by Mundus, who is looking and smiling. And Casper is... Well, we'll find out what Casper's doing after what you do next.
Okay. I don't have the action economy for that one. That one's a replay. He's running?
The kid
Is he running far enough? The kid's not?
He's not running at all. In fact, roll me a vigilance. I'm not gonna make you roll vigilance. After seeing Pass Kindly get knocked off by this thing and understanding what you were trying to do, you see that he's getting ready to jump on the grenade instead.
If I look to Casper, is Casper in the middle of about to do something?
Casper just pulled the trigger on Mundus, and then Casper will.
So we saw Past Kindly bounce off of that thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then I see another Kindly show up. Right?
Yep.
Casper says, tackle the kid to Kindly, and phases and runs for the anti.
Okay.
Then with my other action, I'll take flight and kid. And with the standard action plus the movement action, I'm going to try to get the two of us as far as we can, given that spatio-temporal manipulation has been fraught. Maybe the more physical movement approach. I don't...
No, you got this. All right, you are gonna need to roll a melee against his defense. You have to hit 15.
Oh,
You got this.
God. No, I don't. No, I don't.
Hey!
I do.
That's it.
I do got this.
As you grab the kid, you hear, No! No! Let me help! As you begin to fly. Casper, it's your move. What do you do?
I am running towards the orb, and I'm phased, and I'm unloading. I'm like just endless fire into the orb with phased bullets, because they don't do physical damage. They rip people's hope away. It destroys their conviction. It destroys their feelings. But it doesn't really destroy it. It takes them away. It takes them to the place that gave me these guns.
Okay.
It feeds the hells, which is why they saw fit to give me these guns.
I did not expect this. And so, with all of the information and all of the choices that you've made, here's what happens. Kindly, you grab Joshua and fly into the air. He screams, "Let me help! Let me help!" The door to the farm and the barns open, And Ma and Pa run out and go, Josh! Bang, bang, bang into the ore. Now this is volatile, experimental antimatter. What do hell destined bullets? What do demonic bullets do to antimatter? Well, no one knows, and it's a very peculiar event that occurred this night because the very volatile and experimental antimatter stabilizes. The core, however, cannot hold, and so it ruptures. It's the rupturing that would have caused the explosion if this was unstable, but it's not. This changed element, this changed energy needs to go somewhere or it will violently rip apart this town. Even the search for a proper receptacle would have caused irreparable damage. Luckily, the proper receptacle is safely in the air away from the town. There's a bright, brilliant purple flash and a stream of what once was a dark eruption and mushroom cloud turns into a bright beam of light. And all of Dixon steps out of their homes and look up. Kindly you hear, "I'm sorry," as you're pushed away. And all of that energy finds its way into Joshua, who burns bright like a star. Kindly you see this firsthand, and his eyes lock with yours, and he takes that as a source of courage. And you hear, "Ah!" And then he moves faster than you've ever seen anyone move. Out of the stratosphere and into space. And there is a purple nova that temporarily turns this very dark night into a very bright morning. And sparkles of purple lights like fireflies raining down on the town appear and vanish just as quickly. And then a purple streak lands. Casper, you see it first as Josh looks at you. Sorry. Ma and Pa run and grab their boy, and Mundus looks at you and says, "That's going to cost you." And he vanishes in a cloud of crimson and fire. Kindly, how do you land?
Like falling paper, swaying like they just ran a mile and they're a little exhausted.
Casper kindly ends up landing right next to you.
I need one second before that. As Mundus is like calling the flames to leave.
Yep.
Look him in the eye. I'm like, that's twice.
the the crimson portal stands there, and he is bathed in the flames of hell as he's just partially through the doorway, and he looks back at you and he smiles. Care to go for 3?
Best of 7.
It's a date. And he walks in.
That was some shooting.
That's all I could think of. When all you have is a hammer.
Well, it does seem like most of the things in this town ended up being a nail.
Are you all right?
You know. Not so bad. I'm just looking at the kid hugging his family.
Yeah. That's a huge relief. You were incredible. That was how many times we got to retry. I mean, I've never seen anything like that.
Well, you were pretty quick on your feet. I think I probably would have been a little bit flattened otherwise.
Well,
Made a good team.
I would say so. We worked well together.
Put out my hand again.
Take it.
I'll use it to help myself back up.
Yeah. I'm afraid I can't offer you a ride this time.
Well,
Well,
I
actually,
think we were going to have brunch.
is there another version of us driving around town right now?
You, as you're saying this, you just hear, and you see Ma and Pa going, what? And then and Joshua shows up holding your truck. It's the least I could do. I recognize most of the cars in town, and I'd recognize the El Camino.
It's been with me a long time. I appreciate that.
Come get lunch with us.
Now?
All of us. Let's get your folks and let's go. You tell us the best diner in town. I trust your judgment.
Well, most of them ain't gonna be open for another 3 hours, but I think I'm pretty fast, and so if y'all get in the car, I might. It wasn't heavy, and
Are you all right? That's remarkable. Can I? And I'll just. Sorry, I'm a doctor.
I think I'm healthy, but boy, if you're getting offer from a doctor for a free checkup, you take it. All
You
right.
know how much healthcare costs in this country?
This one is on the entirely well-preserved house.
You say that, and his face drops for a second, and you see his eyes turn red, and he's looking. And then my house was destroyed, or it almost was, but I can see y'all tried to help. I tried to fight you. Who was that devil man?
I would say, young man, you very successfully fought us, in fact. Not simply tried.
I can see so many. And he just looks at kindly. I think that y'all should probably go.
Well, of course, young man, you have a lot to process and you want to be with your family. I understand that. But know that there is a community of people who want nothing but the best for you. Starting with your folks, I've no doubt.
Yeah. Yeah. Y'all get home safe.
Will do. Casper, maybe we ought to make our way back to Chicago. We wouldn't want to run into previous iterations. Could be destabilizing, and we found the happy ending.
Well, if that's your assessment, and yeah, my name is Casper. I just shake the kid's hand, if he will.
He shakes it.
I think it was Joshua, was it?
Joshua. Yeah. Joshua Sewell.
It was a pleasure to meet you. And if you ever need any help or consultations, I know there's probably some version of a conversation you nearly had in your mind with a fellow called Mephisto.
Yeah.
He will twist and turn your words into something you never meant them to be. And that kind of problem is something of a specialty of mine. And I'll just produce, it's a little white business card. It looks like it got printed at Kinko's FedEx, and all it has is black, like the 10-digit phone number on it. That's it, right? And it says,
Yeah.
if you ever need advice on any funny looking contracts, terms of service, let me know. I would love to be a help to you.
Casper, right?
That's right.
Make sure you watch yourself.
Always do.
If you need any help at all with anything, I do owe you.
Well, you don't owe me anything, but I'll look to you as a friend. How about that?
Yeah.
Lovely
All right,
town.
I hold the door open for Kindly again.
You're just too kind. Take care. I'll get him.
He doesn't stop watching the car until it's safely away from the barn.
Yeah.
And that is where this issue of the pull list will end.
Hell yeah.
Well, everybody, that was another issue. Thank you so much for watching. I've been your narrator, Noir. I truly appreciate you taking the time to just partake in this wacky, wild project that we're doing. But the most important part of any story, of course, are the ones that make it happen. So if we could find out where we could find you lovely folks, why don't we start opposite this time? And we'll start with you, Dr. Kindly.
Hi, when I'm not Dr. Kindly, I swear I'm Sam DeLev, and you can find me as a role-playing performer, variety streamer, and science communicator about feel-good science, because every week I tell a new story about a recently published finding in science that makes me go, hang on, wait, what? Because scientists are out there doing cool, beautiful, helpful things like finding the genes that make oranges taste orange and discovering exactly how sensitive a dog's sense of smell is. So if you want to know the important things like that, it's youtube.com/@Delevely, DELEVELY.
All right. And Casper, where can we find you?
My name is Jason. You can follow me on Twitch, Twitter, technically, and more Blue Sky now at It's Probably Okay. Just the letters okay. And that's had some people put the AY on there and it doesn't work. So I stream on my channel 3 or 4 days a week. Video games. I like to play games that are hard, and I die a lot. I also made a tabletop RPG called Demigods. And on Fridays, and many times I do a lot of stuff over at Happy Jack's RPG. And just by coincidence, we have a couple people here too. We've just started the Die RPG playthrough on Happy Jack's. We play Fridays at 10 a.m. Pacific time, and it is a lot. It's going great, and nothing's wrong. All the characters are happy and well adjusted, and doing fine. It's good. Everything's good.
And I've been your narrator, Noir. You can find me all over the internet as the Noir Enigma. That's Twitter, Twitch, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, Blue Sky, Threads, the whole shebang. Or better yet, find me at my website, Noirvel.com or thenoirenigma.com. It'll take you to the same place. I am running tables that start playing games. So if you would like to have me at your table, check it out. You'll find my links on the website. Now, there is a tradition here at Noirvel where we have our after credits scene. And so we're going to do just that. It is the next day, and Joshua is sitting, and Ma walks in. You've been staring at the wall. Oh, baby, are you crying? How many? What are you talking about? Somebody's got to do something. Well, I was thinking about that, sweetheart. And she pulls out a box. And inside, there is an outfit of blue, darker blues, purple and gold in the same colors of the energy that erupted that night. What am I supposed to do with this, Ma? Well, if it's good enough for Captain America, I figured with all that you can do, it's not like the comics. I think I've seen real evil. And she puts a hand on his shoulder and goes, and I've seen real good, son. And that's where we close the issue. Thank you so much for watching. Have a good night, everyone. Stay safe, take care of each other, and Excelsior.